Welcome back, everyone, with more Darksiders 3. And, yeah, we've made quite the progress with the game. As of last time, I beat Lust, who wasn't exactly what I expected, given the name. But given what they talk about, you know, lust for power, lust for anything you can think of that can be addictive, you know, it makes sense. And, of course, we get a bit more character development for Fury. Retroactive character development, considering that they literally rewrote her to be something else, since she wasn't the way she is in this game, like she was in the novel and comics previous, but, you know, I've said that repeatedly. So yeah, we're getting somewhere with the game, and I've gotten a good chunk of weapons and powers now, and I'm honestly having way more fun with the game than I initially was at first, despite my gripes. And so far, other than the lack of course, my quadruplegic steed, who is sadly not with us, I do overall like the level design and all of the... Basically, what was old is new in here. You know, you have the Metroid-like feel of somehow of going through all walls in that energy ball form. You have all the different ways of moving around and sneaking around all the side passages. And yes, it did show in the trophy that monster who's we've been dodging around is a Kraken. They call it the Kraken. So, you know, we ended up going behind him, smacking his ass, and sending him into a tunnel, which apparently leads into another sin. But because I got the purple force hammer, I can now go into the Scar, that wasteland inhabited by demons, where Atraxis is Abraxas, yeah, I forgot his name. Abraxas is, as well as Wrath. So there's another sin hidden in an underwater area where the Kraken retreated to, which I could go to immediately after giving him a spanking, or I can go back to the desert, which I did at the end of the last stream, in order to go not only face Wrath but also find Abraxas. And given the nature of the game and how if I go and fight Pride, I end up, you know, canceling out a bunch of stuff, I honestly want to play it safe and go after Abraxas next. So that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully I have all the powers I need to do it. Otherwise I'll have to go underwater. So now I can break all the purple nurple barnacle walls that are in my way now. Looks like they're in the midst of construction. The Scar. Oh, demon. I love how they kept the upside down wing designs for them. I love that. Ow. And of course he still has 1% health and hits me. Don't you hate that? I hated that in Neo. I hate it here too. I hate games that do that. Like, seriously, he has no health. He's dead, yet he's still standing. Oh, never liked that. Controller rumbled for some reason. Is it because of something in the environment? I think that's what it is. The only thing platforming related I haven't seen are the little rail slides. Like in the first 2 games. War and Death would grab onto certain platforms and they'd like slide across the room with them like they were on rails or something. And of course it doesn't do it. Seriously, the whip grab is touchy, or finicky, or whatever it is. Like, I'd be jumping within range of the platform, and sometimes it won't even appear, or I'll press it, and it doesn't even grab it. Like, I'm within range, yet it didn't bother to come up until the last minute. The last second. Looks like they're mining. Or preparing the foundation of their base.
And fight back!
I love how she shit talks at them. Fury is definitely the most talkative of the bunch, that's for sure. Soul Harvester, yes. I really love this design, the design decision of having the devil's wings upside down to indicate their fallen status, or at least how, you know. With the wait, stasis hollow. I don't have a stasis hollow. I don't have a stasis hollow. I think I have to come back here. No, I don't. No, I don't have the ability to freeze objects, so I gotta go continue to where I was. Follow the Kraken, and get that freeze power. Hello. You're just in time. Yeah, I don't have this stasis power it's talking about, so I gotta go continue on where I was anyway. Oh well.
What would you ask of this? Please, take your time.
Back to the cargo ship. So until I get this stasis freeze power or whatever it is, I can't do anything about the scar. Force, Storm, and Flame Hollow. I don't have stasis. I can only assume that's next. Yeah. Flame, Storm, Hollow, Force. Stasis has to be the last one. The freeze one. Anything... Since it's next part, alternate. And while I'm at it,
What would you ask of this? Take your time.
upgrade.
As you... This will be fun for both of us.
Okay, that'll do it.
As you wish. Farewell for now.
It's a goal. That'll do it. Okay, so Kraken went down there. So let's go swimming. Oh, come on, game. It's a connected world, but still needs to load. Go figure. Whoever would have thought the apocalypse would have been so pretty. Oh yeah. Now we can walk underwater because of the weight. Yeah, it's basically earth power. Flame doesn't activate down here. Electricity's fine. Water conducts. So yeah, basically wind and lightning, flame, and earth. And highly and very strong too. Let me see if I can move it further forward. Yup. Won't go any further though. Now this is pretty unique, being able to walk underwater. I don't think it, other than, never seen a game do it like this. I mean, yeah, there have been games where you can, like, walk underwater, but it's never been anything besides, you know, having to use, you know, diving suits, whereas in this case, no need for them. Oh, hey, it's the demon fish from the first game. Never expected to see them again. That's nice that they brought them back. Oh, I can't throw the glaive underwater. Water slows it down. What is this? Oh, no, 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 no. A mine. Really? A demonic mine. Walk out of the water like what's his name in X-Men. Oh, the sword puzzles again. Ow, I wasn't ready. Why is the game untargeting from him? Buggy as shit. Come on. I'm pressing dodge. I'm pressing dodge, and but she doesn't dodge, and for whatever reason the game kept untargeting. Annoying.
It appears the sin has escaped. Perhaps we should... It can't have gone far. I will find it. Exactly what I was going to say.
Either the sin is a shapeshifter and turns into a kraken, or the kraken's in service to the sin.
Good eating. Take your time. And as you wish. Farewell for now.
And apparently one of the trophies regarding Nephilim's respite that I got that I didn't understand had to do with, I think, increasing the amount of health I get out of it or something. I don't know. It was something. It was one of those. Let's see what's underwater. The depths. Bunch of stuff, apparently. Can't go in there yet. Huh. Marine demons of some kind. They look like Cthulhu. They have tentacles on their faces. That seems to be where we go, right there, according to the skull. So what else is there? Ah, the mines. I'm not very good at dodging those. Can't do anything here. Waterfall. More mines. sword over there. Which we gotta go and put on the statue right here. Yup. So speeding away from them seems to be what I'm supposed to do. Smash them into fish paste. Oh, wait a minute. No, I can't use the glaive underwater. Wait a minute. The mine's coming out of those chimneys. They are. Get out of that death trap. I don't think I can do anything about this yet. Unless... Let's hit it and see what happens. Had to move fast. I was thinking I had to drain the water, but I think if I moved fast enough in order to get it to open. I don't know. Yeah, the compass is saying go to where that cave was on the far end, but I'm just screwing around to see what I can get first.
Mistress, it's another of the Chosen.
How can you tell?
A void hangs around them.
Tim.
Unlike anything else, the absence of the Creator.
Templar of the Damned. So he's basically another hidden boss like the Flame Warden. I cannot get my dodging down. He looks like Ghost Rider, but with a shield and spear. I can't dodge. Heal, you fool. I did not want to do that. He was difficult. My second Essence of the Chosen. I wonder how many there are. 4 or 5? I want to say 5. You know, like a reference to the first game. I don't know. Okay, so that's one side area done. So what's the one up there? More skeletons. Dead skeletons. I think I killed him. I think I killed him and he died over here. Nothing on this side. Nope. That's where I was. Don't think I've been over here yet. Over there's where I need to go. Definitely not been here yet. I was over here earlier. But I don't know how to get to that upper wall on the far right that was back there. It won't let me jump like it did before. That's a nuisance. Okay, just double checking. Double checking. So I gotta go there. Definitely did not get that. Ow. I tried to get away, blew me up anyway. Have I been down here? Nope. I opened it, but I didn't go down here. Best to correct that mistake. What is this? Azazel enhancement. Azazel. Wasn't he another angel of death in in the Bible? Or a devil? Don't know. Like, he's a name that I've seen used several times in comic books. But I don't know who he is specifically. Unfocused Azazel. Do you serve the Dark Prince? Wrath generated per hit with a weapon. Okay. Okay, so there's a top area over there that I don't know how to reach yet. Oh, no, 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 no. Leave me alone. Stupid mines. Okay, this was not the entrance to anything. It was just a secret. Oh, that didn't help me at all.
Could it be there is a second sword, mistress?
Yes, there is. I just don't know how to get to it. A little mouthy there, eh, Watcher? How do I get to that second one? It won't let me jump like before. It's confusing me. This is nowhere. Okay, let me think for a sec. Crystal wall right there. Where is it going? Ah, that's it. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Follow the purple gemmed ceiling road. One area that didn't get wet. How do I get over there, though? There's no latch. You're back. Didn't know you left. Away from me. Back off. Two swords. Huh. I don't know what to do with that yet. For now, let's see what's over here. I think I may have found the answer. Unyielding strength. For picking up fragments of adamantine. There's our answer. Use the block to put on the pedestal. And all's revealed. Whoa, multiple guards. I'm gonna be doing a lot of backtracking by the time I get all my powers. Want to get all the stuff that I missed. People included, since there's still that. Yeah, I wanted to do Abraxas next, but I can't do it without the last power, so I can only go even more forward. I have. It is what it is. And there's a sword. Sword in the stone. Open sesame. It just occurred to me, if there is another thing I would have liked to have seen come back from Darksiders 1, it's how the different enhancements and power-ups you put on certain weapons had put it on an effect on them. Like, there were some effects where, like, I put like that Hellfire rune in the Chaos Eater. It made the War's sword catch fire. Whereas with this, it doesn't have it. Like imagine putting, say, the unfocused Azazel and I put it on, say, the barbs, and it turned them into a fire whip. That's something I miss. I wish the different charms made different, put different visual effects on the weapons again. I miss that. I really do. This is why I call Darksiders 1 the best one out of all of them. It just did everything right the first time.
Apparently someone wants to chat.
I don't. Well, he's a regular-looking guy. He's not, Yay. Dump him in the water. Kill him instantly. Exploit the environment whenever possible. Well, how do you open this? Do I light up flames? No. It doesn't allow me to light up flames like in Darksiders 1. Oh, wait a minute. Success. More water. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, more subway trains. Trains. The only thing missing is being able to use a train on an enemy. Like I did, like the Griever. That was fun. Taking a train car and ramming it in the face with it. For all I know, they'll give us the option again with whatever's next. That would be nice. Then again, I have yet to see a single QuickTime QTE moment or execution finisher of any kind. Frost walls for the stasis, I presume. I think I've already been over here. I went in there. So what I have to do is line up that Excelente. Ah, barbed. This isn't.
What do you want? What do you want? No. Please.
He's a guy and he was making very feminine squealing sounds. I don't know. He didn't sound like a guy when he was whimpering like that. I don't know. Anyway, got the secret. 2 secrets. In one spot. Uh-oh. Crab bugs again.
Insect.
They're dirty, and they must be exterminated. Clearly gotta go through there. What's over here? Clusters. Two pieces of chosen essence. And a lot of clusters. Oh my god. Holy shit, Taki mushrooms.
What would you ask of this humble merchant?
Show me your wares.
Take your time.
Anything new? Anything new? Nah. I'll get alert just in case.
As you wish. This will be fun for both of us. As you wish.
That'll do
Make
it.
sure they scream, horseman.
Yes. Make them squeal. Okay, is the Kraken the monster, the sin, or is it in service to the
For
sin?
your sake, I hope you can't smell that.
Even a faceless one would find itself intoxicated here. Is there some meaning to this particular scent?
It's fishy.
Gluttony.
Gluttony? Oh, I guess that also explains it. Well, there's our tentacled friend sleeping like a baby after we spanked him at the end of the last part. Gluttony can't smell well. I imagine all the shit it eats. You ever seen the Circle of Hell of Gluttony in Darksiders in the Dante's Inferno? Yeah, that place looked and smelled foul. The mines again. Can't break it.
Proceed with caution, mistress.
I did not want to activate that, but okay. Wait a minute, where are we? Some kind of supermarket. Or mall. More Cthulhu's. Huh. This is new. I'm either supposed to go a different way or somewhere else. I more or less just stumbled over here. I think I have to go through where I was over there because I don't see how to get up. Okay, don't know what died there. And it won't let me hop like jet up like it did that one time. Because my hair's too wet, apparently. Well, I guess I gotta swim back where I was. Can't climb that. At first I thought this was back near Sloth's domain, but no, it's completely different. No switch. No switches. Giant spiders. Shoryuken right into the face. Sorry, Charlotte. Or rather, Charlotte's demonic relative. Or Aragog, whichever. Oh, I think we get use out of the rail car right here.
That small chamber. Switches. Might they guide the track?
If
Yes.
they do, we roll.
What? But trains are pleasant. They're fun to watch. Come on, Fury. Have a fun boat in there. Embrace the magic of railroading. I'm trying to dodge, it won't let me. I pressed the wrong button that time. That is probably the most satisfying secondary attack I have so far. Bringing the hammer down. Most satisfying counterattack, I mean to say. Okay, that door's locked. I got 2 areas. Yeah, it definitely ugly. Then again, aren't most demonic spiders. But definitely nowhere near as creepy as the ones in Bloodborne. Those ones definitely scared the crap out of me. There's something over there. Train puzzles, one of my favorites. Let's do it. Like Darksiders went all over again.
It must weigh tons. How?
It's all in the wrist, Watcher.
And the power of the Force. Well, kinetic force. I wonder where this goes. Switch the track. Even showed this track switch. Nice. And opens the door. So we go over there, right? Came from there. Came from there. Engineer Fury at your service. I'm amazed there's still power despite everything being destroyed. That's not what I wanted. Beep, 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 beep. Oh. Oh, how dare you. Anything around here? No. Ah, it opens a shortcut. Hello again, Kraken.
Did not think you could look worse, Gluttony. Miracle 3 still exists in this world. Putrid, filthy miracles.
He's asleep. Press the dodge button, but it didn't work, of course. Well, that explains the stink. He's oozing excrement. Ugh. What is it? His wastes? Okay then. Temptation time, apparently. No thanks, I already ate. The cantaloupe is alive.
Perfectly fake. Mistress, you must awaken. You must come back.
Nice try, but Lust already tried that trick. Gluttony.
Mistress!
Yeah.
Broke my illusion. You should have remained inside your desire, horseman. It would have been more merciful than what I'll do to you.
If you can reach me.
Perhaps I shall disembowel you and let you watch your guts spill out in front of you.
Try your best, you bloated thing.
That cocks your voice. You think I will be an easy kill?
The easiest of all.
But I'm not yet full. You know I've tried. I've been feasting, but I'm still not satisfied.
Ew. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. As if to add more insult to injury to the fact that I don't even have my horse. Now I see the decapitated, eaten remains of said horse. Like, I mean, by decapitated, I mean the head right there. The body's not there, but you get what I mean. It's like, come on. Gunfire pouring more salt to the wound. Ow. I don't know what to do. Okay, jumping doesn't work. Nor did that work. Trying to dodge, and I can't do it. literally cannot do anything. I'm trying to dodge. I can't jump. Oh, now he... Oh, but he hit me anyway. What the fuck was I supposed to do? Dodging was not helping. Jumping doesn't do anything. What do I do? And now I gotta walk all the way back. Stupid. Like, I dodge, I get hit. I try to jump out of the way, doesn't work. What am I supposed to do about that? Yeah, it did. It was a cheap bullshit move. I can't do anything.
You will fall.
Can't get close to his mouth. I think because I have my rock power equipped, he can't draw me in. Because he should be able to suck me in, but he's not able to. Okay. I can't dodge that. I need to go to a safe zone. Assassin theory. Yup. Force keeps me in place like a rock. Everything else is too light. Go into a corner in order to not get swept up. I wonder if I can hit him from a distance. No, 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 no! Nope, too close. Okay, then. I don't know what to do. I can't use anything. Well, I'm eaten, and I have no idea what I'm supposed to do, as usual. And I lost all my souls wherever they are. I don't know. I can't use my glaive underwater. It refuses to work. So I can't hit his eyes like I used to do. This is gonna be one of those very annoying types of bosses, isn't it? Oh, thing that I couldn't pick up because it went straight to the boss and I couldn't do anything about it. And my souls are not here. Perfect. Cleanup crew, whatever that means. I love how I can't even get to the corner on time. I can't dodge his attacks. He's too quick. Like, I press the button, nothing happens. I press the button, I get attacked anyway. I really don't like this boss. He's too quick. And I really don't know what to do when he goes into his monster form, because I can't use anything. I can't swim fast enough. I can't use the glaive. I can't use anything. I don't know. I genuinely don't know what to do. And there's no puzzle piece anywhere to give me an idea as to what I'm supposed to do. And the warrior's always hungry. He's always vomiting it up. Back out.
Stand in my way.
I'm trying to run. I can't do anything. And of course, there's no room to get out of the way in time. Okay, what do I do? Do I get him to eat the mines? I don't know what to do. I genuinely do not know what to do. The only clues I have are the mines, but I can't do anything with them. They only follow. All they can do is follow me. I think I got it. Yeah. I got to get the mines to go into his mouth by using myself as bait. Use his own sin against him. Yay, a finisher. Oh, how I've missed those. Eat your heart out, Gluttony. Not again. What's gonna happen? Is a whole bunch of water going to go into the Hollow Lord's chamber? Because that'd be funny. Up, no water. Boo.
There are so few surprises left in the world. Isn't that sad?
At the moment, I've had enough surprises. You sound odd. Is something wrong?
Take this.
Yeah, he sounds sick.
The stasis hollow. Why?
Question my gift.
I question your motives. Why does the Lord of Hollows continue to weaponize one of the four horsemen? For what purpose?
Remain on your path. In time, perhaps you will find your truth. That would be a fine surprise indeed.
And in the meantime, more toys for me to play with?
Horseman, in our next encounter, only one of us will survive.
Cryptic.
Hardly. You help me, then you threaten me?
Be gone.
Yeah, he sounds ill. Like, is he giving me? Is it by giving me all his powers that he's dying or something? I don't know. He is being cryptic, like the Watcher said. The Stasis Hollow. The Freeze Power. Freeze Frame Trophy. Let me get the souls. Well, I don't know what happened to the souls I had. The blue hair. Cool. Pun intended. Go there or go here? What's over here? It's a wall jump. What weapon is this? Edge of Scorn. It's a sword. We did get a sword after all. It's a broadsword. An ice sword. Wait a minute. It's a broadsword that can split apart into double swords. That's awesome. It kind of reminds me of Death's Size from Darksiders 2, how they could split into be how by default they were two swords or sides, but they could fuse at the hilts to become like a double bow staff spear, whereas here it's kind of the reverse. I'll go the other way in a minute. Just want to split this end. allows me to walk on water. Now I can walk around and freeze the floor without falling into the water. I think I'm going to like this one. Don't know where those came from, but I'll take it. That's a nice freeze frame. I really love how the hair changes. It's such a neat effect. A nice effect. Ow.
This is new. This is good.
Very good. Even Fury
You seem
agrees.
distracted, mistress.
That Lord of Hollows is vexing.
That's one word for it.
Only one will survive? Do you think he's helped us this far only to betray me?
No.
I'm sure I don't know. Relationships between the Eternal Ones are as confusing and convoluted as they come. I can't keep track.
Oh, you're a great help.
Perhaps the Lord of Hollows is attempting to manipulate you in some way. Rattle you. Or he's gone utterly insane like the rest of this stinking world. He wasn't looking his best, was he?
No, he certainly was not. Enough. Time to focus on the mission.
If you say so, mistress.
No, it doesn't make sense for him to give her his powers and then suddenly, oh, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna kill you now. A successor, maybe? Is he hoping? Is he trying to make Fury, like, take his place or something? I don't know.
I knew you were cold, but walking on water is a neat trick.
Heh. Anything down here? Anything? No. More bugs. Anything here? Oh, we're in a tomb. Wait a minute. I remember this place. This was from earlier. It loops all the way back. I gotta give Gunfire credit. They really did their homework on how to make a Metroid-style environment like Bloodborne. Credit where credit is due. What? Why won't this move? Not moving. It's blocked. Don't know why. Spiders and Cthulhu's. Nope, no spiders. Can't cancel the power out, unfortunately. That is the block. That was blocking the way. No wonder it wouldn't move. Oh, haven't done this in a while. That's right, Mario. Can your flower power allow you to walk through magma? You don't know shit.
How are you feeling, mistress?
Empowered.
There is much to process. I've had to abandon so much in order to move forward. It feels like a loss. And at the same time, I've changed.
Changed how?
I do not know.
So basically a very angry version of Virgil. Thought by throwing away everything you got more powerful, but really by only doing that you lost more. I'm gonna pay a quick visit
Greetings.
2.
Take your time. As you wish. Please take your time.
The depths. I'm gonna pay a quick visit to Ulthane. Level some weapons up, namely my ice sword. I really like it so far. It's not as powerful, I feel, as some of the other ones, but once I level it up, it'll be far better. I really love the hair effects, I really do. I think I like the blue and the purple and the flaming orange the most, besides her default purple. I think the light... While the yellow lightning is probably the closest to the white hair that she had in concept. Because in, like, an early concept poster for Darksiders, all the characters had some slight differences to them. Like, Death had white hair, she had white hair, or maybe it was black hair. Because she had black hair in the tie-in comic book. I remember that. I guess being the mage, I guess I can sort of excuse that kind of retcon due to her mage background. Like, her hair changes depending on what powers she uses or what move she's in. What are you constructing, Ulthane, I wonder?
What do you need, horseman? Aiming to lay down a mighty hurt, are we?
Yes.
Some of my best work.
Silver, huh?
Oh, what beautiful havoc you'll wreak with that. Oh, what beautiful havoc you'll wreak with that. Didn't think it was possible, but now you're even deadlier. Didn't think it was possible, but now you're even deadlier. Some of my best work. Didn't think it was possible, but now you're even deadlier. Some of my best work.
Silver.
All right, let's see what I can do for you.
Balanced chaos, or... I need more demonic artifacts to level that up completely. Yeah. Havoc form duration I emphasized.
Oh, what beautiful havoc you'll wreak with that.
Can you restore the balance, trophy? Yes.
Interesting. All interesting. Aiming to lay down a mighty hurt.
Silver.
What do you fear?
Silver. Do I have any chunks? Yes, I do.
Greetings. Take your time. I knew you couldn't resist. A wise decision. As you wish. Farewell for now.
How come I have him in to lay down a mighty herd tower? Didn't think it was possible, but now, interesting. Bests and blessings to you, Fury.
I got a good number of souls to spare, so...
What would you ask of this humble merchant? Take your time. A wise decision. An excellent choice. Ah, I knew you couldn't resist. As you wish. Farewell for now.
Well met, Fury. Aiming to lay down a mighty herd tower. Oh, what beautiful! Didn't think it was possible. Didn't think it was possible. But now, you're even deadlier.
Silver. I could do another silver for this one if I want. 4, 6.
Interesting.
Oh, wait a minute.
And,
yeah, it was something else.
Watch your back, eh?
What would you ask of this? Take your time. A wise decision. As you wish. Do make sure they scream, horseman.
How come a hammer aiming to lay down a mighty herd tower? Didn't think it was possible, but now you're even deadlier. Interesting. Take care. And, watch your back, eh?
Good eating. Take your time. An excellent choice. As you wish. This will be fun for both of us.
I don't want to waste any more yet.
As you wish. Farewell for now.
Okay, where was I?
Good eatings. Please take your time.
Well, now that I have everything, I can backtrack through much of the game to get stuff I missed. It's gonna take a million years, though, and I wish I had a map that... Resident Evil 2, I loved the map for that because it not only showed me where I was, it kept track of everything that I collected. Hell, even Darksiders 1 and 2 had the same thing, where... Unlike Resident Evil 2 Remake, where it kept track of everything by default, with Darksiders 1 and 2, once I found the maps to each dungeon, you know, it kept track of where I'd been and what stuff I opened and found, so I never had to go back and check multiple times. Whereas with this, I have to really rack my brain and make mental notes of where I've been. open the bridge, but what about this one? Oh, this. Nothing up here. It was just a perch for him. It was just a perch for him. Follow the purple rock road. Whoa, big guy. I predicted we'd get a sword at some point in the game, and a sword we did. And it's an ice sword. It kind of reminds me of Dracula's Void Sword in Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2, what with being a blue blade and all. But the property is completely different. Because even though it was blue, the sword in that game sapped the life essence of its victims, whereas this is, well, it's an ice blade, so different shtick going on. I also remember those forearm demons being a lot bigger in Darksiders 2. Probably a variant or a subspecies. Or younger, I don't know. I don't know if the Darksiders wiki is updated yet, nor do I know of a guidebook that'll tell me such. Wall from earlier in the game. One-shot kill. There was a purple wall around here. There it is. miss this, apparently, unless it just regenerated. A lot of stuff seems to regenerate, not just the enemies. No, relax, I'm no demon.
Can you get me out of here?
Crowdsource. Anything? I'm gonna have quite the field day trying to remember where everything is. Or was. This camp is abandoned. Ah, it's the... Where we go to the Scar again. Yep, back where we were earlier.
Good eating. This, as you wish. Take your time. As you wish. This will be fun for both of us.
50. Is there a trophy for that or no? I guess not.
As you wish.
Eee. I think I'll switch. this one. Till I eventually find the next one. Yep, already have the sword. Won it from beating the Kraken / Gluttony.
Do make sure they scream, horseman.
Well, I now have the freeze power. Well, in overview, and I now have the freeze power, which means I can now go further into the Scar and not only go after Wrath again, since he is the only sin that managed to escape my, well, wrath. And hopefully we'll be able to get to Abraxas and complete that little side mission. And apparently it also ties into getting a bonus ending to the game, or at least some extra dialogue. I don't know what exactly. I only just got the overall gist of what it involves. So we'll get to him, and we'll finally get to him, and of course we'll go after Wrath again in the process. Oh, look at that! We're even more decked. Yeah, we're pretty decked out, aren't we? I like all the little additions to the armor as the more stuff you get. My Eye of Sauron is blue. It's not just the hair that changes. It's the aura around Fury, including the eye. That's cool. Cool. Well, oh, look at that. I got oh yeah, I got more respite. Just remembered. Well, Gluttony was not as bad as I thought. He was just... I'm of two minds with Gluttony. On one hand, I liked how you had to kind of use a bit more of your brain with that one, because I have to be honest, a lot of the boss fights in Darksiders 3 have been relatively simple, in that they're pretty much just, they've been mostly, you know, hack and slash affair with really nothing much to do except, you know, dodge and attack them. In Darksiders 1, just about every boss, with the exception of the very last one, well, there was Straga the first time you fought him, but then the last one, Abaddon, was pretty straightforward. With most of the bosses in 1, they all had a trick to them where you had to use either a power or weapon that you got in relation to the dungeon you found them in, which was the key to defeating them. It was very Legend of Zelda that way. Being, you know, I find a crossbraid. Oh, in the cathedral, I had to use it against Tiamat. I got the power glove fist in the subway. I had to use it to break the ice around the Griever's stomach. Well, with Darksiders 2, there was a tiny bit of that, but not very much, especially since most of the bosses in that honestly ended up being just, well, most of the bosses in this game, frankly. Really, Envy and Gluttony have been the only two that I feel have had the most, been the closest to this regard. And all of a sudden, there's God of War music. In that, you know, Envy, you had to, like, jump and use the chain to rope around the place in order to get to Envy when she was in the air. And then we had Gluttony, where we had to use our hair power to go on a specific setting in order to not be sucked into his stomach. And also to know when not to use it so he could swim. And I didn't, you know, at first it seemed like, why would they have the mines there if they're just going to follow me? Especially since I can't swim very far, or let alone do anything, even on the sea floor, on the water floor. Well, a little bit of thinking, and eventually it connected. Swim around and drag the mines towards him so that when he starts, vacuuming, sucking in the water, he swallows the mines instead. It's very Andros from Star Wars, either shoot or lure bombs into his mouth so he swallows them and blows up. In Gears of War 2, you have to throw grenades down the throat of the Leviathan in that. And speaking of stomach mouths, yeah, Gluttony the Homunculus in Full Metal Alchemist, yeah, he had a rather disgusting shtick where he would open his mouth all the way down the length of his chest and stomach. So yeah, that little bit of that design right there with the gut with his gut mouth is very Full Metal Alchemist. The more I think about it. So yeah, it was it's not a bad boss like I initially said it was. It's actually, once I used my brain and figured out, oh wait a minute, it became, I understood it. It's just the initial, face off was like, what am I doing? Because, I'm getting sucked in, I'm getting mauled, blah, blah, blah. But it's not terrible. If anything, it had a lot more thought put into it than I thought. Really, where I had a problem was really, I think mostly was in the first stage where it was only through in the corners of the first arena where I was out of reach from his 360 tentacle swipe, and also the fact that he shoots acid all over the place. So that was my main problem, and also the fact that my dodging was ill-timed at first, but I got better at it. So yeah, that's pretty much the game in terms of gameplay. Get good. It's very Soulsy that way. So yeah, now that I've gotten all the powers and started getting more practice, I'm definitely having a lot more fun with the combat. And I have to say it, in terms of combat, I feel Darksiders 3 is... I feel this is what Vigil was trying to do with Darksiders 2, only they completely failed at it because the character Death, as they presented him, just has too many contradictions, especially with how, in my opinion, glitchy that game was in terms of the combat. Like, you want me to dodge, but the hitboxes were so insane. Like, I'd be facing certain creatures and demons, I'd dodge out of the way of them, and I'd still get hit from what looks like 5 feet away. It was ridiculous, and then oftentimes I would be spending hours trying to defeat even the most mediocre monster because of it. And it also did not help that I could not block either, despite the fact that Darksiders 1 allowed me to do that, and 2... Death blocks enemies multiple times in both finishers and for bosses and in cutscenes. So the fact that they show you one thing but tell you, nah, you can't do it because apparently it's not in Death's character, even though you show him doing it, just completely baffled me. Whereas I feel, despite everything I said I don't like, I feel that Gunfire took that and said, you know what, this fits far better with Fury and her whip. Let's just go further there and improve where that game failed in the combat. And I think they succeeded in that regard for the most part. If they ever could, if I could ever go back in time and do anything with Darksiders 2, it would be to tell them, leave the block, don't force one option, and also give Death a proper health system. Funny enough, Fury, despite being the much more agile fighter, has way more health than Death ever did. Death, the freaking Grim Reaper and the embodiment of anti-life, who you would think would be much more powerful and immune to damage, can get taken out in like 2 hits. Like he's a freaking mosquito. Like, really? Come on. Not to mention it took freaking forever for any of his powers to recharge. So, yeah, Darksiders 2. Darksiders 3, I feel improves on where I felt Digital was trying to do with the combat and does it way better. Whereas 2 tried to do too many things at once, being a loot, hack and slash RPG, whereas this seems a bit more balanced in what they set out to do. I, again, don't like the lack of the horse, but I will give them this in that the combat is far better, even though I do miss the executions. I hope they bring those back in Darksiders 4. And, of course, the horse. That's all they need to do. Oh, and also make the enhancements and power-ups give visual effects to the weapons like they did in the first game, because I loved that too. You'd put like a Wars, so on and so forth power, and the Chaos Eater would start getting soaked with blood. It's the little things, you know? It's the little things, especially when the first game did it all on the first go-round. Although, I frankly wish that there were more places to play with the sword, to play with the horse in that game, as well as the fact that the portal puzzles suck, both the first game and in the second game. And so far, no sign of the damned portal gun, which means Gunfire did at least fulfilled one request. They didn't bring that back yet, and I hope it's still. And I hope they don't, because that was the worst puzzle element in both the first 2 games. The portal gun. I hated it. Anyway, rants aside, yeah, that's another sitting down, and we got another more to go. So let's count. Envy, Sloth, Envy, Sloth. We just got Gluttony, Avarice, Wrath and Pride are next. I can't think of anything else. Let me check. I want to check. Let me see. Envy, Sloth, Avarice, Lust. So let me in Gluttony. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, okay. Envy, Sloth, Avarice, aka Greed, Lust, Gluttony, and then Wrath and Pride. So we have 2 more. Sins left, and we'll be pretty much done with the game. So 7 bosses total, as well as the accompanying trekking and dungeon crawling, and as well as the mini bosses hidden here and there. So we're like in the third. We're I'd say at around 75% of the game, or at least 65%, because I still have to go and backtrack to many areas that I missed due to not having the right power up. So one thing at a time, right? Yeah, because it was like there was like I think about 7 or so, around 10, maybe under 10. I think around 6 or 7 bosses in the first game. I completely forget how many there were in 2, because there was like a few main ones and a bunch of side ones that were all pains in the ass. Lord knows what's going to happen with... And of course, there was DLC and the Crucible, which... I only ever did one DLC for 2, and I never accessed the Crucible. It was basically like think of it as like Bloody Palace from Devil May Cry, only with bosses only, I think. I don't know because I never tried it. Because by the time I beat Darksiders 2, I was just so sick of it. But hey, if anything, depending on when I get it, I'll try it again. I'll actually try it next time. As far as I know, there's 2 DLCs for Darksiders 3. One that is supposed to be more puzzle focused, which gives her the abyssal armor, which was something that was findable in the first 2 games, as well as, well, the Crucible. So, I don't know. I'm going to look into those. For now, we have at the moment, we have Wrath and hopefully Abraxas. And we'll, I'll backtrack to as many areas as I can and finish the game. And if I'm able to, I may do the DLCs if they're selectable from the main menu, because Darksiders 2's DLC missions levels were not implemented into the main game maps like Bloodborne or Neo. They were selectable as if they were their own little mini campaign from the main menu. So whichever happens. Anyway, enough of my ranting. I think we've done a good number, so I think that'll be it for tonight. I had a lot of fun with it, way more fun than I did the first time around. And I'll be back tomorrow with more Darksiders 3, and we'll hopefully get to Wrath and Abraxas, and so on and so forth. So, like, share, and subscribe, and comment, and tell me what you thought, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.